there's something strange about the denial of death. The denial of that life is finite in a physical form, and the idea that you are going to live forever, to me, feels there's got to be some examination of that. Part of this feels like that a little bit.
There's a little bit of that.
Some of these people are trying to live forever, and I'm wondering about that.
Well, they certainly want to stay younger for a lot longer than anybody ever has before. And then you get into the weird realm of a lot of these people that want to do something to the body where it becomes immortal. Right?
Right, and that's very interesting to me, and I
transhumanism.
Yeah, and that to me is a little scary. I don't understand. I'm not smart enough to understand it, and I worry about it from many angles.
Well, it gets weird when it's really rich people.
Right.
Right, because when it's really young people and you want to stay young forever, so you're 23 and you're getting Botox, oh, you poor kid.
Right.
You're just delusional. You don't know what you're doing. You're fucking up. But when you want to stay alive forever and you continue to amass insane amounts of wealth,
right,
that's where it gets weird. Like, you don't want to quit the game. Like, you're in this, having incredible financial influence over the world game. Yeah. You're worth $80 billion, $200 billion, and you want to keep that ball rolling.
That to me is a little scary.
Well, it's scary because if the game continues, like, let's look at Bezos, for example.
Yeah.
Right? Like, let's imagine that Amazon continues to expand and grow. Bezos continues to profit off of it. And right now he's like, what is he, like 58 or 59 or something like that?
About that, probably.
Well, what would he be when he's 120? Would he have $30 trillion?
He'd have,
you know what I mean?
A lot more than he does now.
And would that...
And his power would grow.
And if people started encroaching on that power and trying to limit it and trying to, that's where it gets weird. They get defensive, right?
Yeah.
If people want to tax the rich, eat the rich, they get a little, and they're like, okay, I got to fucking build thicker walls.
Get the bunkers.
I got to do something.
Well, they just said...
have to work with the government to create some laws.
The World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab just said, and I think it was Klaus Schwab, not Larry Fink, the Blackstone guy, or BlackRock, who's now the interim president or whatever.
Thank God.
Thank God. Someone who understands the issues. But Klaus Schwab is basically like, I believe we're heading towards stakeholder capitalism.
Yeah.
Which is people, private individuals, that have it's a public-private partnership where you have guys like Bill Gates, Elon, Bezos, whoever, people at that level that have a large stake in a public-private partnership that's running society. Yeah. And I think that scares people a little bit, or it's a curiosity, because you start going, and it's always kind of been the case. I mean, J.P. Morgan bailed the federal government out years ago. Like, these guys have always had a ton of power, but with tech, the level of power in terms of surveillance and data mining and the power over your life has never been as Orwellian as it is now. And it, even with AI and all of these models, it's even going to get more intrusive.
Yeah.
So I think it's not only these great fortunes, but it's their capability to literally be gods, to literally know what you're thinking, what you fear, what you want, your desires, all of these things, having all your data, knowing everything you do, knowing how fast your heart is beating. You know, all these wearable things that you have that are transmitting frequencies to, someplace where all of your health data is being stored. That's what bothers a lot of people. It's what bothers people about this Palantir thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
The Palantir thing is very odd.
A lot of people feel that this is the precursor to a social credit score, a digital kind of police state, and that it's being done under the guise of security, that you will be safer.
Which is what the Patriot Act was brought through with.
That's exactly right.
It's always the case. It's always the case. They always sneak it in like, you got to be safe.
Yeah.
And then you get the Benjamin Franklin quote.
The people that want security, right, they something about, they deserve neither.
Yeah.
They trade liberty for security, deserve neither. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I just think, Peter Thiel's giving a 4-part lecture on the Antichrist.
Yeah, that seems odd.
4-part. Well, here's what's really wild to me. 4 parts. It's not just one. One lecture on the Antichrist would be insane. This guy's doing a series. He's doing a 4-part lecture on the Antichrist, and nobody in his inner orbit went, Peter, how about one lecture on the Antichrist or no lectures? Not 4.
Well, I don't think he understands the optics.
He certainly does not.
Yeah.
It's odd. Yeah.
Tickets sold out.
Well, of course.
Well, it's a private lecture at a club in San Francisco about the Antichrist. What does he know about the Antichrist? Is he like...
I'm guessing a lot.
If you told me there was a movie and there was a guy who played the Antichrist, zoom in on that image of him.
Yeah.
I would say, oh, is that him? Is that the Antichrist?
This is like me doing a 4-part lecture on Long Island racism. Just to show everybody, how much I know about it and how scary it is and how we got to watch out for it. But it's totally not me or anyone I know. It's no one that's ever been in my backyard, but those others. He's just kind of, leaning in, I guess.
Well, I just don't understand, why. What I would like. Someone saw it. Someone saw one of the lectures that he did on the Antichrist.
Was it good?
It might have been Duncan. He said it was boring.
It's of course going to be boring.
But I don't understand. What is he doing?
He's trying to prove he's not the Antichrist.
By ratting him out.
By doing it. He's like, if I was that's probably how the lecture starts. He goes, now if I was the Antichrist, I obviously wouldn't be doing this lecture.
You know what it's like?
Yeah.
It's like those really shitty men
Yeah.
that become male feminists.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
they tweet, believe all women.
Yeah. Well,
and
no,
you're
no,
like,
yes.
hey.
Yeah.
I know you.
Right. Well,
You're a piece of shit.
Didn't O.J. Simpson write a book called If I Did It?
Yeah, I have a copy of it.
So this is Peter Thiel's version of that. His lecture on the Antichrist is If I Did It.
I think
by
my
O.J.
wife threw it out, honestly.
No.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
She's known to do things like that.
I get it. As a woman, you would see it and go, he doesn't need this.
Well, she thinks it's for because
For
I
fun,
go,
yeah.
somebody gave it to me for fun. It's
Yeah.
signed.
Right.
It was a signed copy.
Amazing.
And sometimes she will throw things like that out if they gather dust for a little too long.
I
and
understand.
I don't lock
Yeah.
it in my office.
If I Did It is laying on the kitchen counter.
But I had a copy of it I didn't even open it.
It's so strange.
Actually, no, I did open it. I opened it a little bit, and I was like, "What?"
It's so strange to have this. You build military AI, autonomous drone technology to export to war zones all over the world. You build domestic surveillance technology to surveil our friends and neighbors, and then your other pet passion is the Antichrist. It's odd. Wouldn't you include tennis? Wouldn't you go, and I'm big into tennis? Something else. It's odd, and I like ice fishing. I build autonomous drone technology. I build domestic surveillance technology.
And I love lake trout.
And I love lake trout, and I love big mouth bass fishing. But
Yeah.
instead, he goes, and I've also developed quite a keen interest in Satan. And I'd love to